The England women's team have reached the final of the European Football Championship.
The women's England football team have reached the final of... Why is he talking like that? Why is he talking like a complete moron? Greetings and welcome, and today is Sunday the 31st of July and it is the Women's Euro final, and England have made it to the final. They'll be facing Germany. I'll be watching it today. I'm very much looking forward to it and I hope they win. But yet again, this bloody anti-woke mob have managed to overshadow this event by getting their knickers in a twist again. They've done it before. They've done it with Emma Raducanu when she got to the US Open final, trying to claim she isn't British. Yeah, she was born in Canada, she's got a Romanian father, but she came to this country at 3 years old and grew up in this country, in British culture, with British friends. She's got British accents, went to British schools. Get over it, people. They've done it in the men's Euros, when they wanted to take the knee to show some respect. They got their knickers in a twist now, and they're doing it again with the women's Euros. One BBC presenter made a comment that there are no black or minority players in the England lineup.
As the Lionesses secured their place in the quarter-finals, but all starting 11 players and the 5 substitutes that came onto the pitch were all white, and that does point towards a lack of diversity in the women's game.
Now, I've got to admit, when I first started watching the tournament, I did notice it, and it's certainly worth a conversation, definitely. Are black and minority players in the women's game getting the same opportunities? Or do they just not like football? Are they not playing football as much? It's definitely worth a conversation. Especially when you look at the comparisons in the men's game, because black and minority players sometimes make up half the England team. So it's definitely complete opposite in the men's game. Now, this was one comment made by one BBC presenter. And now, even if you just type in the words women's football team into YouTube, you're just flooded with all this anti-woke mob getting their knickers in a twist and having an absolute party about this shit. Oh, it's the normal suspects, of course it is.
This week, the uber-woke BBC indulged in a bit of race baiting, pouring a jerry can of petrol over the England women's football team's record-breaking victory in the first round of the Euros by calling out the squad's lack of diversity.
No, damn well, and it's you. You're the one putting the jerry can of petrol over it. But I keep bloody going on about the subjects. It's one BBC presenter's comment, and now you're doing hours worth of material on it.
Women's football does nothing for me. It doesn't excite me like men's football does.
That explains a lot, doesn't it?
I have indeed tried to watch it, but I just can't. It doesn't stir any sort of excitement or emotion in me.
Oh, really? Okay.
And I couldn't give a shit who wins, to be honest with you. But it's made the news because a BBC presenter who commented after they won this particular match commented on the fact that the England female football team is all white, even their substitutes.
I won't talk to you with the rest of his video, but he's showing the picture of the Nigerian women's team, because his point is it would be like making the Nigerian women's team have white players on their team. Alright, mate, jump in. Not exactly the same, is it? What percentage of Nigeria is white? 0.00001%. What percentage of Britain is mixed minorities? I don't know, 5% or something.
The England women's team have reached the final of the European Football Championship.
The women's England football team have reached the final of... Why is he talking like that? Why is he talking like a complete moron?
The England women's team have reached the final of the European Football Championships, but we're not allowed to celebrate because, according to the BBC, the team is too white.
Can't celebrate? Who's saying you can't celebrate, mate? Who's telling you can't celebrate? The only one's bloody obsessed with this fucking subject is you. You!
Mixed race former England player Alex Scott, who now gets paid a salary of £195,000 a year by the BBC to spew out divisive racial politics, while people are just trying to watch international lesbians kicking a ball about in an attempt to win a trophy.
But this is my point. This is my whole point of the video. The only people obsessed with this are the anti-woke brigade. There's one comment by a BBC presenter, and this is the thing, because they hate the BBC, right? And I ain't no fan of the BBC. I don't watch TV. I don't pay my TV license, and yeah, they are pretty obsessed themselves with this minority stuff. But the thing that you have to remember about the BBC is they're a dead horse. Okay, they're dying a death, and they're in desperation, and what they're trying to do is appeal to young people, because the only people that are turning off in their droves. They're not paying their TV license. Every year more and more people don't pay the TV license. It's only the older generation that use their TV and utilise the TV license that are still paying it and watching it. And the BBC are desperate. They need to try somehow to oh, look at these folks taking pictures here. Look, this is where the Banksy kissing policeman painting is on the wall. Me and my mate, I'm just going off subject, but whenever me and my mate go and watch Brighton, we usually go for a drink in that pub, and we sit by the window right where that Banksy picture is, and everyone's there taking pictures of the Banksy picture, and we're in the window going it's a great game to play. It is a great game. But anyway, I'm digressing. I'm off the subject. The BBC is dying a death, and they're desperate. They're desperate to try and encourage young people and entice young people. But what they don't realise is it doesn't matter if you start being ultra woke and trying to appeal to young people. It doesn't matter. Young people are still not going to pay, what is it, £15 a month to watch the BBC. They're just not. They're not going to do it. And just don't worry about the BBC. They're dying a death. They're already on the floor, dead. You don't need to keep stabbing them. Just let them die. Just let the BBC die. This is one thing. This is where my drop-off is, so I'm going to park up on the side here, and I'll conclude this video. But this is the thing. They're obsessed with the BBC, and they are like ultra woke, if you want to call it that. And I think they do go a bit too far sometimes with some of their nonsense. But they're dying. Don't worry about it. They ain't going to be around in the next 10 years. No chance. So, what's your thoughts? It just frustrates me, because like I said at the beginning of the video, every time it's the anti-woke guys that are making a big deal out of this stuff. You know, if they weren't making videos and constantly talking on GB News about this one comment from this one BBC presenter would be irrelevant. No one would care. And like I say, it's worth a conversation. You know, why aren't there so many black players in the England women's team? You know, like I say, maybe it's just they don't tend to be as much into football. I don't know, you know. But I think it's worth just taking a look, just see, you know, are they getting the same opportunities? Is there anything wrong with that? Not really. Till next time, take care.